Hi, I'm Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy Segment Show. Also, as you're watching this video, this is a 30 episode update. And as you know, after every 30 episodes I do a 30 episode update. Every 30 new episodes, I should say. And yeah. Also, here's what I've done so far. Episode 322 was done at the Greenfield Village and Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan, and was continued with a part 2. Episode 2 was done at the Siouxland Historical Railroad Association in Sioux City, Iowa, and was continued with a part 2. Episode 25 was done at the Rails West Railroad Museum in Counts Bluffs, Iowa, and was continued with a part 2. And I plan to have a part 3 for the first 3 I just mentioned. Also, I then did episode 331 at the Pinecrest Historic Village in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. 332 was then done at Telulah Park in Appleton, Wisconsin. And then 333 was done at Lakeside Park in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and I plan to have a part 2 for that one. 334 was done at Montrose Riverside Park in Montrose, Iowa. Then 335 was done at the Mason House Inn in Bentonsport, Iowa. 336 was done at the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Chariton Freight House in Chariton, Iowa. 337 was made at the Chicago History Museum in Chicago, Illinois. 338 was then done at the 156th Street Metra station in Orland Park, Illinois. And in episode 222 was done at the Monticello Railway Museum in Monticello, Illinois. 264 was then done at the Illinois Railway Museum and was continued with a part 2. 339 was then done at the... and before Montrose, I did episode 31 at Midwest Old Threshers with Midwest Central Railroad and Midwest Electric Railway, and continued the episode with a part 3, and I plan to continue with a part 4. And back to 339, it was done at the Itasca Station Museum in Itasca, Illinois, and I plan to continue it with a part 2. And episode 340 was done at the Naperville Safety Town in Naperville, Illinois. Then episode 97 was done at the Boone and Scenic Valley Railroad in Boone, Iowa, and was continued with a part 3, and will be continued with a part 4 as planned. Then episode 341 was done at the Missouri Pacific Downs Depot in Downs, Kansas. And then episode 69 was done at the Bartlesville Visitors Convention and Visitors Bureau in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and was continued with a part 2. Episode 281 was done at the Oklahoma Railway Museum in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and it's planned to be continued with a part 2. Episode 342 was then done at the National Ranching Heritage Center in Lubbock, Texas. 343 was then done at the Texas and Pacific Marshall Depot in Marshall, Texas, and I have a plan to do part 2 there. 344 was then done at the Museum of the American Railroad in Frisco, Texas, and I plan to do part 2 there. Then 345 was done at the Frisco Heritage Museum in Frisco, Texas, and I plan to have a part 2 for that one. 346 was then done at the Allen Heritage Center in Allen, Texas. 347 was then done at the Anna Area Historical Society in Anna, Texas, and I plan to have a part 2 continued for that one. 348 was then done at the Worlds of Fun Railroad at Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, Missouri. 349 was then done at Green Roof. Oh, and about Worlds of Fun, I plan to do part 2 there. 349 was then done at the Green Roof Park in Kansas City, Missouri. 350 was done at the Grand Canyon Railway in Williams, Arizona, and I have planned to do part 2 there. 351 was then done at the Canyon Motel and RV Park in Williams, Arizona. 352 was then done at the Science Museum of Virginia in Richmond, Virginia. 353 was then done at the Proctor Area Historical Society in Proctor, Minnesota, and I plan to continue with a part 2. Then 354 was done at the Sioux Line Gladstone Yard in Gladstone, Michigan. .355 was then done at the Nema Township Park in Nema, Michigan. And 356 was then done at the Lake Superior Railroad Park in Marquette, Michigan. Then 357 was done at the New London Heritage Historical Village in New London, Wisconsin. 358 was done at the Marion Area Historical Society in Marion, Wisconsin, and I plan a part 2 for that. Then 359 was done at Pioneer Park Historical Complex in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Then 360 was done at Ashland Depot in Ashland, Wisconsin. Fairchild, Wisconsin. Also, everybody, this has been a 30-episode update premiered on this date. So I think this has been a 30-episode update. So I thank you all for watching. And this is Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy Segment Show. Thanks for watching. All aboard.